Cancer loves. I am so excited to sit with you in your birthday season, in the energy, this beautiful Mother Moon, water energy, cardinal water sign. What a cool combo. I always think that about Cancer, that being the cardinal water sign is a really powerful energy. You have the intuitive depths of water with this go-getter strength and powerhouse energy that I just adore. And I'm sitting here with this beautiful Cancer painting. It's just gorgeous, and another watery mandala by my friend Jill, and she will have prints of those. So I'll leave her website below so that you guys can get in contact with her if you're interested in having a Cancer-themed birthday present or what have you. Okay, so I was thinking about you guys for your birthday season. July is interesting because we are getting a preview taste of the moon of the nodes starting to go into the Cancer Capricorn cycle. So we've had the moon and its nodes in North Node in Leo, South Node in Aquarius since last spring, I believe, of 2017. This fall, it's going to be shifting into Cancer Capricorn. You will be the North Node, your energy will be the North Node, which is really exciting, and Capricorn will be the South Node. And that means that the eclipses are going to start to happen in your sign. And the first one we have, before these nodes actually switch over, the first eclipse that we have in Cancer is this month on the 13th. So it's going to be really personal. It's a partial solar eclipse. It's not really going to be visible for most of the world. The vast majority of the world is not going to even see part of this, but the energy will be felt, this restart, recharge energy. And what I'm noticing with the energies and with what it is, like with Cancer season being here, it's your birthday season, there's a lot of water energy working with you and for you, and that's been true for a while, but having the sun in Cancer, having Jupiter still in Scorpio, and then having Neptune in Pisces, it's this beautiful water trine that's been speaking with all of us for a number of months here. And you're going to be noticing that the first half of the month, that's going to be really lining up a lot. So that natural intuitiveness is going to be flowing. And plus, Jupiter is going direct in Scorpio on the 10th, which gives this nice recharge energy to everything. But what's funny is we also have Mars retrograde all month. And Mars retrograde in Aquarius is going to be slowing us all down a little bit to just check in and not be so rash, right? So there's a softness to this month as well. So the big things for you to look out for is this new moon. And the note that came up for me actually when I thought about this, when I was feeling through your energy and I was thinking, what's going on with Cancer as they start their new solar year? What is going on with the energy here as it's kind of taking us on this journey? Here we are in the season of it. And what I realized is that there's one thing that's been going on, and it's, where do you guys stop yourself from daydreaming? I know it seems like an interesting thing to say, but do you ever notice that you start to daydream about what you want? Whether that's buying a new business or starting a new relationship or moving to a new house or, getting that promotion, any of those things. That there's you start to do it and it starts to be fun. And then there's a realist voice inside of you that goes, no. If you start daydreaming about that, you're just going to feel heartbreak, you're just going to feel lost, you're just going to feel like you don't know what up or down is, you're just going to be disappointed. You ever notice that you have that sometimes when you're wanting to envision your next future, the next thing? It's easy for that to come in. It can be really subtle too. It may not even, speak in such cohesive whole sentences, but you just might find that you stop yourself mid-daydream. Daydreaming is very important. And when we allow ourselves to dream with our hearts like that, we are actually creating a welcoming environment for the next manifestation. And with this eclipse in this new moon in your sign, waking all of that up, it's a chance to just very gently reopen your heart to possibility. Because if there's one thing I know about Cancer, is that you guys actually are very good at being realists. You know, you're very good at getting in there and getting the work done and showing up and doing all those processes. You're very good at just dealing with it, sucking it up and making it happen. You know, you're very action focused. And sometimes I think that that drive and that ambition and that ability that I see in you so clearly can become, it becomes the dominant mode by which you go through the world. But what's funny about you guys is that you have this very natural way of intuitively, dream-wise, manifesting. And I think this month is about remembering that you have that, and checking in with it. So let's look at the cards, because they came out really fast for you all. And there's an interesting combination of rest, releasing tension, and forward motion. And I think that's exactly it. You know, when you release the tension, that cardinal energy tension of go, 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 and you pause and you breathe, you invite new energy in. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We're pulling 8 cards. And the first 4 cards we're going to look at here are the first half of the month, right? Lead up to your new moon, lead up to all this energy shifting around. Look what we have. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, then followed by Justice and the Knight of Cups. Think about this a little. This is such a perfect progression in its entirety. I just love it. 4 of Cups is the realist voice, the one that wants to stop you from daydreaming, the one that says, no, stop right there. You have what you have. Hold on to it. This is stuck energy. It will make you feel very stuck and very claustrophobic very quickly. And I think you guys are going to be chafing at it. And you're going to be noticing you don't want it anymore. You don't want to think that way anymore. You don't want to live that way anymore. And you may have noticed that like the first half of this year, maybe you have been kind of holding yourself in like brace position for what's to come. And you haven't felt totally in the flow and you haven't felt totally relaxed. But I see you leaving that behind. Now, this is travel energy. This is shifting energy. This is new beginnings, new horizons. This is a seeker, searcher, journeyer energy. A lot of times it is about leaving behind something that's breaking your heart or not serving you anymore. But you know what I see mostly when you look at these 2 energies, I see one where you hold on with dear life for your dear life, and I see one where you release and you allow and you go with the inspired actions and you give yourself that permission slip. That's what I'm seeing here with you guys, and I'm getting goosebumps as I'm saying this. Like, give yourself that permission slip. This month, that is what it's about, and I think that new moon is going to hit that so hard. And for those of you with birthdays this month, and those of you who maybe had birthdays last month, you may have already experienced some of this, but wow. There is a major release here. There is something breaking free, breaking open so that you can move forward in life, and that is so powerful. And what does that look like? What does that come with? Once you take this step forward, once you take this initiating action and you leave behind and you give yourself the permission slip, that's much more what this card is about. It's not so much about leaving behind as much as it is about embracing the adventure and giving yourself the permission slip and opening that door. You're met immediately by communication, excitement, new beginnings. Yes, this is romance. Yes, this is partnership. This is also about balance and fair decision making, and there being something that comes out in your favor. A decision. The sense that I get here is that there's something that's been making you feel tense, and you haven't been able to completely relax, and you have been trying to use your realist voice to just get through it. And there's something about this month for you guys with the energies as they are, maybe with Mars retrograde, calming everything down, not being so, pushing and just like giving us all a break. Maybe there's enough breathing space within that to get this verdict that you needed, to get this information you needed. Because to me, what I see here is there being an answer finally. After a whole bunch of time where you have just felt like you didn't know what was happening. You didn't know what your future was going to look like. You didn't know if you were going to get that phone call that you've been waiting for, if you were going to get that approval on that loan, if you were going to be able to meet somebody ever, right? There's some kind of verdict here that's positive, that finally you get your answer. Finally, you get that infusion. I think a lot of you have been waiting. You've been like, you thought you were prepared this whole time. And this kind of goes back to the Capricorn full moon I was talking about a couple weeks ago, where you thought you were prepared, you thought you were ready, you thought you were receptive, you thought you were relaxing, but actually you were kind of girding yourself against the world, getting into brace position. And what I'm seeing is this realization that you can relax and that this then comes in. It's like, oh, great, you unlocked the door. It's been locked this whole time. I've been wanting to come in. There's an energetic openness here. There's a flow going on here that I really like to see for you guys. Venus is going into Virgo on July 10th, along with Jupiter going direct on that same day. So the first half of this month, I think that's going to be a really great energy for you. Venus going into your third house of communication, right? Communicating, getting answers, getting that infusion of beauty and love, things that you guys love and value in this world, the just very deep things. I think that day is going to be a really nice thing. And then that leads into the new moon. Second half of this month, it's kind of funny because I feel like we have the new moon. We have this infusion of new energy. We have this answer coming in for you. We have finally something to move forward with. And then it's almost like you have to slow down and integrate that again. Because one thing that happens with getting the manifestation you want, getting the answer you want, getting that infusion you want, is it quickly will make you dependent on that manifestation. It'll be tempting to get dependent on that manifestation coming back to you again and again and again in order for you to feel whole and stable and clear-headed. Especially if you've been waiting for it for a while, you're going to be very nervous about it sticking around. So, here's my advice for the second half of the month. I keep getting goosebumps talking to you guys today. You're going to get a big, okay moment where the answers come in, the clarity comes in, that green light comes in. And you're going to want to get in this obsessive mode where it needs to keep proving itself to you. It needs to keep showing up. It needs to keep being just as awesome as that high. You're going to need to calm down a little bit. Take a breath. So we have the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. Very interesting combo here, right? And the thing that I'm getting here is you get nervous, it's too good to be true. Five of Swords for me is you don't trust somebody for whatever reason. You do not trust somebody to continue to show up the way you think they need to show up. Or a situation. You don't trust a situation. You feel like you have to look over your shoulder 100% of the time. You feel like somebody maybe is doing something in your life that you can't see. And how can you trust them? How can you relax? How could you relax? How could you just be like, yeah, you'll figure it out if you don't know what they're doing and you don't have a hold on them? But here next to the Four of Swords, you know what this is telling me? As tempting as it will be to hold, be paranoid, be freaked out, slow down. Take a breath. Let this situation sift through the second half of this month. Watch it unfold. It's always interesting. I find birthday seasons really interesting. When you have your solar return and it's this big day, okay, you've come full circle again, right? And a lot of times I find with Cancers, you guys are very reflective on your birthdays. You kind of take you take a real moment. And sometimes I find that there's a quiet around your birthday. And if you're a rising sign, obviously this is a little different, but there's a quiet integration time when you re-meet the energy that you're connected with. And while it might feel like it's time to go, push forward, this is normally the time when it's a really good pause moment. In fact, I feel like when the sun then goes into the next sign, into Leo, which it will do on the 22nd, that's going to be a time of energy moving forward again. So it's interesting. Your actual birthday season has a lot of these deep themes surging up. And we get you being asked to slow down, take a breath, release the tension. And then once we hit Leo season, look what happens. Strengthen the Fool. So Leo season, there it is. You guys get the Fool a lot, I feel like, which is really funny. It's interesting how that keeps happening for you. That fresh, reopened heart. It kind of goes back to that daydreaming note I had for you guys for this month, which was let yourself daydream. Give yourself that gift, right? And the reason I'm saying this, I keep getting goosebumps. It's so powerful. The reason I keep saying that is because I think if you take the time to integrate all this, you take the time to check in, you take the time to daydream, you take the time to rest, it comes around full circle twice this month. You go through 2 cycles each 2 weeks. And, you release the tension, you allow yourself to daydream, you get an infusion of new information. You calm down, you take a breath, you get an infusion of new love, new adventure, new joy. But these energies really do require self-trust, daydreaming, and, you being conscious of how you're writing about your journey in your own mind. You want to remember that the process is important, that your readiness is important. But there's a lightheartedness here at the end of the month. I think heading into the next season, heading into this new year with you guys, there is this sense that you're on the right path. You're going to be noticing things are lining up. I'm a really big fan right now of keeping a synchronicity journal or a gratitude journal, either one or both. You can combine the two. Where every day you sit and you take note of the things that are lining up. 3 of Wands, beautiful. Pulled a final card from my Cosmic Tarot to override this month. There's a lot of abundance here for you. But you have to perceive it, because you can choose to not perceive it. 3 of Wands, your ships are coming in. You are getting what you want. However, if you refuse to perceive it because you're nervous to perceive it, you're nervous to believe it, it will seem really far away and you can isolate yourself. Whatever is coming in is also going to take some time to come to full fruition. This is just the first step of the manifestation. It needs all the steps. It needs all the components of growth in order to fully bloom. So you have to have some trust. I know you want to protect yourselves. I know you want to be realists. You want to get in there. You want to get the work done. You want to have your checklist and you want to work your way through it. But there is no point system here. There is just the ability to love and perceive. And I know you guys have that. That's what I'm saying. It's so interesting. I think the journey and where it has taken you over the last few years, it's brought up the realist survivor in you. And now it's the fun of getting back to your core way, which is this ability to dream and manifest, very specific to Cancers, very specific to your unique ability to flow with the energy as it moves. No other sign has it the way that you do. I mean, truly. And I think a lot of this month is going to be you kind of practicing that skill set again and realizing that you've always had it. And that as soon as you get into that, it's going to be one of those spooky months where the days where it feels easier to be in your natural flow, the things are just going to come meet you. The answers, the people, the phone calls you want. In those days where you're feeling a little bit more embattled, it will be a little quieter. However, that's a good thing because you're going to be playing through which of those energetic states works for you best. And it's a great way to feel through that. I think you're going to have a lot of abundance this month. I think you're going to have a lot of opportunities, but you also have the opportunity to kind of self-sabotage or cut yourself off because you're worried that in believing in it, it will shoot you in the back when you're not looking, when you're not playing the patrol card of patrolling your life and looking out for danger and caution all the time, right? So with that being said, I'm going to close that out there. I hope that I expressed to you that this month is very positive for you. There's a lot of really good energy here, but you are going to just have to take those moments of integration. Just watch. Just pay attention. That's it. And the things are coming to you, I promise. Okay, I will leave all my info. Follow me on Instagram at @SARAHTAROT. I love you guys over there so much. We have so much fun. I do little energy updates. I try to do one like once a week or just whenever I'm feeling there's ones. If you ever need like an uplifting message, that's a great way to get it. Also, I'll leave my website and my email below. I am doing sessions. I'm going to be doing some recorded sessions in August, but I will be traveling, so I won't be doing so many of the live sessions that month. However, I will be booking sessions in September. So if you want a recorded reading, feel free to email me and I will get in touch with you and we can work that out about when I can get one back to you. Or we can work on booking a live session in September. I would love to meet with you, beautiful, lovely people. I love my Cancer family so much. My Venus is in Cancer, and it does feel like home being here, you know. My heart is very tied to you. So I will see you guys in August. Have a beautiful birthday season. Enjoy it. Enjoy that new moon. I can't wait to talk about it in the Moon Magics, and I will see you in August.